When the clock struck midnight on New Year's Eve, Kandi Burruss welcomed 2026 surrounded by her children, smiling, glowing, and radiating the kind of positivity that usually signals a fresh start. From the photo she posted, everything looked peaceful. Everything looked intentional. A mother celebrating new beginnings, focusing on elevation, growth, and transformation. The kind of post that says, "I'm moving forward." But there was a detail that didn't go unnoticed, because someone who was physically present was completely missing from the story being told, not cropped out of the photo itself, but erased from the narrative altogether. That person was Todd Tucker. And just hours later, Todd posted the full picture. What followed was not just another celebrity Instagram moment, it was a statement. One sentence, 2 words really, that instantly sent fans into a frenzy, sparked debates across social media, and quietly made divorce lawyers everywhere very uncomfortable. Because when Todd signed that post, the Tuckers, he wasn't just wishing people a happy new year, he was rewriting the story, or at least refusing to accept the one that's currently playing out in court documents. So today, we're going to unpack everything, not just the Instagram posts, but the legal filings, the interviews, the timing, the contradictions, and the emotional investment fans have in this relationship. Because what's happening between Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker right now is either the most mature, carefully managed divorce in celebrity history, or the opening chapter of the most unexpected reconciliation arc Real Housewives has ever seen. To understand why this moment feels so significant, we have to go back to November 2025, when the announcement first dropped. Fans of The Real Housewives of Atlanta were stunned when Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker confirmed they were ending their marriage after 11 years. This wasn't just another reality TV breakup. This was a relationship that viewers had watched grow, struggle, evolve, and survive on camera for over a decade. From their first meeting on set, to Todd proposing, to Mama Joyce's intense disapproval, to the prenup negotiations that became a full-blown storyline, to the wedding, the fertility journey, the births of Ace and Blaze, the business ventures, the arguments, the reconciliations, every chapter of their love story was documented. Fans didn't just know of this marriage, they felt invested in it. Together, Kandi and Todd built a blended family that included Kandi's daughter Riley, Todd's daughter Kayla, and their 2 youngest children, Ace and Blaze. This wasn't a couple people expected to fall apart quietly. They represented endurance, compromise, choosing love even when things weren't easy. That's why Kandi's official statement felt so deliberate. It was clean, professional, and carefully worded, the kind of announcement that's clearly been reviewed and revised by legal teams who understand how every sentence could be dissected. She confirmed the divorce, asked for privacy, and framed the decision as a closing of a chapter. But while the public saw grace and restraint, the legal filings told a very different story. Through his attorneys, Todd Tucker didn't just respond to the divorce petition, he went on the offensive. His legal position raised serious questions about custody, parenting time, and authority. He cited Kandi's demanding work schedule as a potential barrier to her ability to be a full-time parent, and made it clear that if an agreement couldn't be reached, he was prepared to fight for primary physical custody of Ace and Blaze, along with final decision-making authority regarding their lives. That alone signaled that this wasn't going to be an easy, uncontested split. But then came the prenup, the same prenup that had been filmed and aired on Real Housewives of Atlanta, the same prenup that millions of viewers watched Todd reluctantly sign. Todd's legal team questioned its validity, opening the door to a financial battle that could get very messy very quickly. At that point, this divorce was shaping up to be exactly what fans feared, a drawn-out legal fight involving custody disputes, asset protection, and lawyers billing by the hour, while every aspect of their marriage was scrutinized. Kandi responded by filing an amended petition defending the prenup, requesting joint legal custody while maintaining primary physical custody of their youngest children, and asking that the court documents be sealed to protect the kids' privacy and dignity. On paper, this was adversarial, strategic, serious. And then, Thanksgiving happened. Just days after divorce filings were submitted and legal teams began drawing battle lines, Kandi and Todd spent Thanksgiving together, not separately, not exchanging kids halfway through the day, together, in one house with one family at one table. Todd didn't appear in the photo Kandi posted, but he was there, in the same space, celebrating like nothing had changed. Fans noticed immediately, because when people are in the middle of a contentious divorce, especially one involving custody disputes and prenup challenges, they don't usually sit down for turkey and stuffing together. Then came Blaze's birthday. Despite everything happening in court, Kandi and Todd reunited again to celebrate their child together. No tension visible, no separation, just co-parenting in real time. At that point, the internet began buzzing with speculation. Maybe this wouldn't be ugly after all. Maybe they were choosing maturity. Maybe they were putting their kids first and redefining what separation could look like. And then Kandi made things even more confusing. Right before Christmas, Kandi did an interview where she jokingly mentioned divorce being on her Christmas list, a moment that made people pause, and then casually revealed her holiday plans. She would be performing on Broadway in New York City, and Todd and the kids would be spending Christmas with her. All of them. Let that sink in. This is where the narrative starts to fracture, because publicly, Kandi is asking for privacy and discretion, requesting sealed documents, and positioning herself as someone handling this separation with maturity and dignity. But she's also doing multiple interviews, talking openly about the divorce, discussing marriage, money, power dynamics, and posting frequently on social media, all while showing that she and Todd are still spending every major holiday together. Meanwhile, Todd remains mostly silent. He's not doing interviews, he's not going on podcasts, he's not explaining his side or shaping a public narrative. Kandi has the platform, the Real Housewives audience, the PR machine, the media access, and she's using it. Christmas arrived, just like she said it would, with the entire family gathered in New York City. The photo went viral. Kandi, Todd, Riley and her boyfriend, Ace, Blaze, even the family nanny, everyone smiling in front of a Christmas tree. It looked like a normal family photo except for one glaring detail. These two people are supposed to be getting divorced. The comments flooded in, thousands of them, some praising the co-parenting, others confused, and some asking deeper questions about why two people in active legal separation were still functioning as a single family unit. That's when observers began to question whether Kandi's social media presence was more than just sharing moments. Because if Todd's legal team is arguing that Kandi's work commitments interfere with parenting, then publicly showing herself present with her kids during every major holiday isn't accidental, it's strategic. It's evidence, not for court necessarily, but for perception. Todd posted the Christmas photo too, but his caption was simple. No messaging, no narrative, just a dad cherishing time with his family. Then New Year's Eve arrived. Once again, Kandi and Todd were together, not in Atlanta, not at home, but at an indoor water park, ringing in 2026 with Ace and Blaze. Kandi posted first around 9:47 p.m., sharing videos of balloon drops, smiling photos with her kids, and a caption filled with affirmations about positivity, transformation, elevation, and big blessings for the new year. But Todd was nowhere to be found in her narrative. No tag, no mention, no acknowledgement, despite being physically present. January 1st came, and Todd posted a carousel of images showing the family together, poolside, on a ropes course, laughing, smiling, existing as a unit. And then came the caption that shifted everything. Happy New Year. Here's my first scheme of 2026. Create and enjoy moments with family. The Tuckers. Not the kids, not co-parenting, the Tuckers. That single phrase reframed the entire situation. The comment section exploded. Over 2,500 responses flooded in, overwhelmingly supportive, emotional, and hopeful. People weren't just reacting to a post, they were reacting to years of emotional investment. This wasn't celebrity gossip to them, it felt personal. So what's really happening here? There are a few possibilities, and none of them are simple. This could be a mature, amicable divorce where two adults have decided they're better co-parents than spouses and are committed to minimizing disruption for their children. In that case, the legal filings are logistics, and the holidays together are intentional stability. However, for longtime fans who have followed Kandi and Todd's journey over the years, this moment felt especially significant. Their relationship has been one of the most visible and documented love stories in reality television. Viewers watched them meet, fall in love, navigate challenges, build businesses, and raise a blended family, all under the public eye. Their marriage wasn't perfect, but it was real, layered, and deeply human. That's why seeing them come together during such a pivotal holiday resonated on such a deep level. While their romantic chapter may be closing, their roles as parents remain firmly intact. Divorce often comes with assumptions of division, tension, and emotional distance, but Kandi and Todd's approach challenged that narrative. Instead of allowing personal differences to overshadow the holiday, they reportedly made a clear agreement early on. Christmas would be about the kids, nothing more, nothing less. Sources close to the family shared that both parents were fully aligned in their goal to create a peaceful, loving environment, free from tension or negativity. Every decision surrounding the holiday was centered on the children, Ace Wells Tucker, Blaze Tucker, and Todd's daughter, Kayla. Their emotional well-being, sense of stability, and happiness were the top priorities, even amid the changes happening in their parents' lives. Christmas Eve was carefully planned to ensure the kids felt secure, loved, and surrounded by familiarity. This wasn't about pretending everything was the same or ignoring reality. It was about preserving what mattered. In many ways, the celebration became a powerful example of healthy co-parenting, demonstrating that divorce does not have to mean emotional separation, especially when children are involved. Reports say the Burruss-Tucker home was transformed into a festive holiday haven. Twinkling Christmas lights filled the space, beautifully decorated trees created a magical glow, and cozy holiday decor set the tone for an evening filled with warmth and tradition. From classic Christmas music playing softly in the background to the comforting aroma of holiday meals filling the air, everything about the atmosphere was designed to feel joyful, safe, and familiar. Kandi, known for her deep love of family traditions, made sure the children experienced all the classic Christmas Eve moments that make the holiday so special. Matching pajamas, holiday snacks, laughter, and quality time together before the big day were all part of the evening. These traditions weren't just about celebration, they were about consistency, about reminding the kids that even when life changes, some things remain the same. Todd was equally present and involved throughout the night. His presence wasn't just symbolic, it was active and intentional. He made sure the kids felt supported, celebrated, and emotionally secure by both parents. There were smiles, shared laughs, and moments of togetherness that reflected a genuine commitment to showing up for their children. What stood out most about this Christmas Eve celebration was the visible respect between Kandi and Todd. Separation often comes with emotional strain, unresolved feelings, and difficult conversations, but the two remained calm, friendly, and focused on the bigger picture. Their ability to put personal emotions aside for the sake of their children did not go unnoticed. Fans and supporters were quick to praise the pair for modeling emotional maturity and demonstrating that co-parenting can be done with dignity and compassion. In a world where many celebrity breakups play out publicly and often turn messy, Kandi and Todd's approach felt refreshing. There were no public arguments, no social media drama, no subtle jabs or emotional statements, just two parents choosing peace over conflict. For Ace and Blaze, especially at their young ages, consistency and emotional security are everything. Seeing both parents present, smiling, and engaged helped preserve the magic of the season. Ace, full of excitement and curiosity, reportedly enjoyed participating in holiday traditions, helping where he could and soaking in the joy of the moment. Blaze, still so young, was surrounded by warmth, affection, and familiar faces, exactly what children need during times of transition. Kayla, as the oldest, played an important role in maintaining the positive energy of the evening. Her presence helped reinforce a sense of unity and stability, contributing to a warm and supportive family dynamic. These moments, while seeming simple, are the ones children often remember long after the holidays are over. They become emotional anchors, reminders that they were loved, supported, and protected during uncertain times. As news of the Christmas Eve celebration spread, fans flooded social media with supportive messages. Many applauded Kandi and Todd for what they called a masterclass in co-parenting, emphasizing the importance of putting children first. Some fans shared their own experiences navigating divorce and separation, expressing how meaningful it can be for kids to feel safe and loved during family transitions. Others specifically praised Kandi for maintaining stability and tradition, acknowledging her effort to preserve the emotional well-being of her children. At the same time, Todd received recognition for his continued presence and involvement as a father. The overall response was overwhelmingly positive, reinforcing the idea that this holiday moment resonated far beyond the Burruss-Tucker household. While divorce marks the end of one chapter, it also marks the beginning of another. For Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker, this new phase appears to be centered on cooperation, communication, and shared responsibility as parents. Christmas Eve was not about pretending everything was unchanged. It was about honoring what still matters most.